Welcome to Healthy Aging with Gina, the show for those of us who want to be younger for longer. And we start with 10 minutes of exercises. We've got 4 simple exercises to do. We're going to have some music, and all you need to do is just grab a chair, sit and watch me closely. Just have the knees and the feet directly underneath them. And if you're ready at home, I'm ready. So we're going to start with our balance points first. So the key balance points we work on are the balance points in the feet. Basically, what I want you to think about is that underneath the ball of your foot is a key balance point. It's what helps keep us steady. So we're just coming up onto both toes. It's why I do these exercises, one of the reasons. I do them barefoot. Because you're doing them at home, probably got carpet or something underneath you, you don't need to have shoes on, and it gives you greater flexibility with your ankles. Now, strengthening your ankles is equally important for healthy balance, healthy legs. Now we're going to come up on one foot and then down on the other. So when your foot goes down, I want you to push that heel into the ground, staying connected to the earth. Nice. Good. Just press it down. Now, we're going to come up on one toe, and I want you to just press it down exactly where it is, as if you were making a little imprint in wet sand. Probably end up looking a bit like a paw print. So just push. Think how important your balance is to stay upright. Change feet, just up on that toe and press it down. Press. All right, now we're going to do a little one for our ankles. So just step both feet forward a little. We're going to keep the heels on the floor now and just lift the toes up. Had a little crack just then. Now, when do we normally do this? Working our joints, ones that go down and up, are good. We're going to do some work on our wrists a little later. But let's just start with the ankles. Now step it back. Now I want you to think about your core. So this is all about the center of the body, equally important. Pull that stomach in, lift one leg up, and we're just going to take the knee in and out. Nice. Oh, you've got to keep breathing, you've got to keep your tummy tight, and you've got to keep moving your leg. That's quite a lot at once. Change legs, relax that tummy a minute. Pull it in tight. Up we come again. That knee, leg out. A few more. Excellent. Now the next one is we work on 3 shapes. We do a big circle. And we're going to do a line with the other hand. So we are basically doing different shapes, 3 shapes, circle, line and a triangle with different body parts. This one is really, really great for the neural pathways of our brain. So what we do on one side, we've always got to do it on the other. So the other hand now is now doing the straight line. This arm's now doing the circle. Okay, so you're giving your brain basically 2 instructions at once. So this is more challenging. My brain looks like, or my face looks like I'm a little confused what I'm doing. It's difficult, and it's supposed to be difficult for all of us. Okay, how about now taking it down to the floor and doing a triangle with your toes? Not a big one. And we're taking the arm out to the side, and it's just going up and down. So you've got a triangle on the floor and a straight line. That's not too difficult. I can do that, I can do that, it's going up and down. All right, now this time we're going to change the direction slightly. So it means the triangle is upside down. So the point is here, so you're going in and out, like that. So you've got that there, 3 points. And the arm this time is just going from here to down. See, different set of instructions. The brain's going, hang on, where's the point? Which way up? I just want it to go up from there to there, to there, to there. Okay. All right, what about a big circle on the floor? Triangle in the air. Triangle, Gina. Triangle's got 3 points, not, it's a very weird looking triangle. Just do what you can, just have something moving, but do it at different parts of the body. One side's got to be doing one thing, the other side's got to be doing something else. You'll find triangles are much easier on your dominant side. I am right-handed, so I can always do my triangles better. So I think you might find the same thing, whichever is your dominant side, right or left. I can do that, I can do that. Hope you can too. Very good. Just do a big circle out. That one goes out, and you're going to do an opposite circle coming in. You can't do those both at the same time because you'd probably fall off the chair. Well, I certainly would anyway. Our third exercise is all for our hands. So we're just going to push these hands forward. We're going to keep them out, and we're going to drop these wrists down. Bring them both up together. It's all about strengthening wrists, fingers, keeping flexibility. Now what about one down and one up? Alternate sides. All these little things just make the brain go click. What am I doing? What am I doing? Stretch these, bring these arms closer to the body. I want the hands just here. I just want you to stretch these fingers out, turn them into a little fist. What about alternate sides? One side, then the other. Makes you want to look at them. Tap each finger with the thumb. Take it in turns, one at a time. Shake these hands out. Now, what's interesting is when you turn your hands upside down and you now reverse that, so the pinky's got to touch the thumb first, then the ring finger, then the middle finger, then the index finger. Do it again. Start from the pinky, pinky, ring, middle, what's that? Index. Shake them out again. Let's just work on these wrists as if you're opening jar lids. So do it one side, then do it on the other. What about turning these wrists to the side? Think sticky doorknobs. And then open and close this hand as if you're reaching out. Reach out, reach out, reach out. I want you to think you're having to put a light bulb up with a twist. So push up, twist your wrist. Up, twist. Up, twist. Change sides. Up, twist. Up, twist. Up, twist. Up, twist. Now, equally good for opening and closing these hands is imagine pulling rope. Very good. Now, our last one, we're going to do some very simple exercises just going up and down. So I want you to start with your hands on your knees. Hands here. Knees. And we're going forward. Knees. Here. This one is just to make your heart go a little quicker, so we're going to take the speed a little quicker. Up. You don't have to be touching the ground, but I want your head to drop towards the knees. Good. Last one. Now this time we're just tapping the knees. Tap for 2. 1, 2. We're going to stretch down to the side for 2. 1, 2. Tap the knees for 2. To the other side. 1, 2. Can we go a bit quicker and just do singles? So 1 there, 1 there. 1, 2. 1 each side. Just that little movement over your heart line makes your heart work a little harder. Okay, open these legs. We're just going to tap the knee, go up, tap, and take it down through the middle. Up, tap, down. Once more this side. Change sides. So up, tap, down. Up, tap, down. Good. Bring the feet back together again. We're going to tap here, Go out to the corner, tap the knees, and the other side. Quicker. Up. Whew. So this time we're reaching up over the heart line. What about doing our diagonals going down? Knees, down the other side. Ooh. Down. Always come up to center. Straight up. Gotta keep it going, right the way till we finish. Take the hands in front. And last one with a push out. Whew. 10 minutes. Who would believe it? We've done it, and I'm very excited that we have got a special guest. I've got Stephen Taylor, who I am going to be interviewing in a minute. So grab some water, come back, and let's meet Stephen. Welcome back to Healthy Aging with Gina, and I am delighted that I have a special guest today. Stephen Taylor, an experienced broadcaster who I met through Dean Channel when we both presented with that a few years ago. And Stephen is instrumental in also inviting me to come here to Bricks TV. Stephen, I want to say thank you very, very much for joining us today on Healthy Aging with Gina.
It's always interesting to sit on the other side of the camera, hey?
Absolutely.
I'm like waiting to start the show, and I'm like, wait, but it's not my show. It's Gina's show. So no, thank you for having me.
That's great. That's great. So obviously there are going to be people who watch my show who might not know what you do, what your background is. Can you give us a little bit of who Stephen is?
Wow, that's an interesting one, right? So, yeah, I mean, just a short background. I started radio at the age of 15.
Wow.
When I was still in school, actually in high school. I always used to listen to the radio when I came home from school and decided, like, listen, like, this is something I want to do. Give it a go.
Great.
So I started at community radio, worked my way up to campus radio, now doing retail radio. So it's been a long journey, but I've been blessed and honored to be able to do what I do and to do what I love. Yeah.
And it's about making a difference, I think.
That's
the impression I get from the things that you do, and you've had to interview some many different interesting people. Who's the most impactful interview that you've done?
Wow, that is a tough question, man, because I've interviewed so many amazing people. Sure. Can I come back to you on that one? I need to think about that. Gosh.
But there's got to be somebody instinctively that comes to mind. No?
Oh yes, Annie Lennox.
How interesting. Oh, I love her music.
That's the big one for me.
Okay, tell me how and why.
I did a radio interview with her, and she was at that time campaigning about the different things that were happening in South Africa, about the children that were going missing and being killed and stuff like that. And we had her on the show, and 15 minutes was the time that was allocated. 30 minutes later, she's still there talking.
Right.
And it was just one of the greatest interviews and just one of the greatest moments to have this like superstar.
Yes.
But at the same time, so humble and so like giving and so wanting to make a difference. And that kind of also inspired me to also do more and become better. So that was a great moment. Yes.
I mean, it just shows that it impacted your life in ways that subtly you didn't even realize.
For sure, that's right.
I must go back and listen to Annie Lennox's music, which I used to listen to a lot. Eurythmics, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So
yeah, that was
great.
Good. And she had some good solo songs as well.
She certainly did. It's done some good music since then. And what are your current projects, Stephen? What are you working on right now?
Well, right now, obviously managing Bricks TV channel, but also we're busy with the One People International Film Festival.
What is that exactly? Tell us a little bit more about it.
It's about bringing people from South Africa and giving them a platform. So we've got feature films, short films, documentaries, and giving people a platform to showcase South African talent to the world.
Okay.
So we've got a team in LA that's working with our South African team. The festival is taking place from the 27th of April till the 2nd of May.
Great.
At New Metro Canal Walk, as well as Grand West. So the movies will be shown at New Metro Canal Walk, which I'm excited about. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of those who were submitted. And again, One People, it's about bringing people together and uniting people, regardless of our race, gender, or creed. Just, working together, we can achieve so much.
So these are all young South African filmmakers, are
Absolutely.
they? Fantastic. And have you closed?
Our submissions have closed. We're now working on just getting the films that have been submitted and getting the lineup. So We're busy with that process, but it's exciting. It's exciting to see the talent that South Africa has. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, I have a son in the industry, so
I know.
I tend to hear about it as well and see some of the things that they do. And there is some great talent out there, which is absolutely wonderful. But, you know, today what I also wanted to touch on for my viewers is to talk about the joys and the challenges sometimes of big intergenerational families, because you're in a situation where there are 4 generations. You are a single dad.
That's right. That's very true.
How old is your youngster?
He's 2, turning 3 in the next month or 2. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's quite. Has it been terrible twos or?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Sorry.
It's tough.
It's been a while for me.
No, yeah.
Phew, you know.
I know.
Let me reassure you, it passes.
Thank goodness. Because it's tough.
It does take. It takes great patience.
It does.
Great patience.
It does.
But I think you're kind of a second generation in that your mum was a single mum. So you were brought up and you understood what it was to bring a child up on your own.
That's right. To this day, I don't know who my father is, so that's a bit of a grey area. Right. So growing up with my mom and my sister, it was tough. I learned a lot. And having only that female relationship and not having a man role, I had to seek other kinds of not father figures, but male figures to assist. That's where I got involved with the church,
right?
Pastor, got involved with the youth, and you know, and I think that helped me and kind of kept me grounded as well. So, but yeah, it was interesting. And then becoming a single father, not out of choice. His mother is was alcoholic, drug addict, so that was very challenging in itself. And she's in rehab. She's finished her course actually, so hopefully there's some light at the end of the tunnel there.
I hope so.
And she can be a part of his life. But yeah, since the age of 6 months, I've been looking after him, and it's been hectic. It's been a real eye opener, and it's taught me a lot.
Yes, there's a lot one has to learn when you're a single parent.
Yes.
But I believe, talking one more generation up, your mother's parents are still alive.
They are, my granny and granddad.
So you have grandparents who I believe are also very helpful and supportive in helping you take care with your young one.
That's true, yes. So when I do, obviously here at the TV or at the radio, then my granddad will go and pick up my son from creche and take my mom to my place where she looks after him. So I'm very happy. They're in their 80s and they're still active and doing their thing. So I'm very thankful for that I have that support as well. And your age is just a number. It's what you do with it that makes the most impact.
I couldn't agree.
So if we sit here and say, me almost 37, if I say, look, that's it, I'm getting old, you're going to feel that. And your mind is going to think that too. And it's going to affect the way you do things.
Absolutely. I do not feel my age, which we don't need to discuss.
We won't say.
So, you should never ask a woman what her age is. I might confess, because there's a birthday coming later this month, but we'll see.
Is it a big one?
No.
Okay.
No, it's kind of a middle one.
Okay.
The Beatles wrote a song about it, let me tell you that. So,
okay.
So that might give you a little bit of a hint.
I'll go check.
But we were comparing how families, the older generations, take care of the younger ones in our different communities.
Yes.
And I teach the Ageless Grace program in different retirement homes that are mainly white residents. And we were just saying that the African families tend to stay together, they tend to take care of their own. And as you say, the Gogos tend to often be the ones who have to take care of the grandchildren.
That's it. Often, sometimes the main person in the house, if there's no mom or dad or things have happened. So it also comes down to circumstance as well. I think in those communities, it's a lot different to the communities that we live in. And often old age homes, or for lack of a better word, what do you call it? Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Retirement homes.
Retirement homes, there we go.
Yeah. They don't like to use that expression.
Yeah. People have to pay to go there. So I think if there's more homes available for people that cannot afford, I think that'll be better. I think that in the long run, government needs to support our elderly.
They do. They need to put more.
I think they're not. elderly and youth, I think, are the most important things in our society, and I think they're not. We're missing the boat there a bit. So I think if we get that right, that balance, it'll help so much. Yeah.
I think for me, what I want to do is just make people aware that they really do have a responsibility
Yes.
to take care of their older people.
Yes.
And to really make sure that they're still given a quality of life.
I agree.
I went to do a presentation at one retirement home up in Johannesburg, and it was the lower end of the financial market, so it wasn't that expensive to live there. But they spoke about somebody who had bought their mother and her little suitcase on a Sunday lunchtime, and she thought she was going out to Sunday lunch with them, and they literally took her there, left her. I mean, they'd obviously booked her in, she was arranged, but she did not know. And the only thing I say about that, which is karma, is a whatever.
Yes.
But
that's sad.
It was beyond sad.
Yeah.
It's beyond sad. But it's called what goes around comes around. And I was very blessed that my parents were both able to live in their home, stay in their home, and get frail and die at home.
Yeah.
And we were able to help take care of them. And I know that's not always the case for people, but it is wonderful when families can. And it's nice to meet somebody who's got youngsters, who's got a mum, who's got grandparents, that everyone's supporting and being with each other.
I still support my mum. She's retired, and I try my best to be there to support her. And I think we have to do that. At my worst times in life, as a baby, growing up as a teenager, my mum was always there supporting me. So how can I then say, okay, cheers, go live in a home, I'm going to forget about you and move on with my life? That's so wrong.
It is wrong, Stephen, but you're an example of what it is to do it right. And sadly, too many people will try and farm out their generations.
The easy way out, put them in a home, forget about them, move on with your life. But how does that help you?
No.
When your mom passes away, are you gonna have all those years back and say how badly you treated your mom? No, it starts now. So do the right thing. Yeah.
I was involved in a volunteer group, and we used to collect some for the older people in the area who didn't get any outings, and we would take them out pre-COVID.
Yes.
And I'll never remember this lady Daphne, and I was driving her to the tea, and I said, oh, how are you, and how's your family, and she had 6 kids who lived in and around Cape Town. And she said, oh no, I don't see them very often because they're all so busy with their children and their families. And I just wanted to go,
are you not part of the family? Hey, are you not part of the family?
How can you not? So the message is, take care of your elderly loved ones because they took care of you.
Yes.
And you want to be an example for your son in taking care of your mum and your grandparents. I think that's wonderful, Stephen. I just want to say thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with Healthy Aging with Gina and inspiring us that you've got the responsibilities of being a single parent, but you appreciate all that your mum did. And I wish you and your extended family well.
Thank you very much, Gina. Thank you.
Well, it's been wonderful to have Stephen Taylor on Healthy Aging with Gina, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you back next week. You be ready for your 10 minutes of Ageless Grace exercises, and I'll see you then.